Let's check out underneath the car. We'll scan for codes, and also I know that these all the GM cars, they run very hot, so we're gonna check the fans and make sure everything is working for the new owner. You know, and check out that giveaway video because the car's still here. So I'm waiting to get to 10,000.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I can't believe you're giving it away.
I know, I'm crazy.
I don't want you to give it away. I want to keep this baby.
All right, let's check it out.
Definitely. Very good shot for any body guy to tell if these cars were ever painted, because sometimes they do a great paint job on the upper section, but if you think about it, when the car goes inside of a spray booth, it is very hard for the painter to go down and make a perfect paint at the bottom of the car. Remember, when they're at the factory, they're being painted by robots, so it's very easy for a robot to make a perfect job on the upper and the lower section. But when humans are painting cars, they never tend to do a very good job always at the lower part. And owners never really actually pay attention because they're never looking at a car from this angle. But when you look at this angle and you look at this perfect paint all the way going down to the bottom, you know that's a factory paint job. And no signs of ever being painted at all. You can actually see the screws that are holding the bumper intact. Wonderful. Great sample of a Corvette from this era. I see drill rotors. I don't know if
yeah, these were aftermarket. Yeah, all the brakes on this car are brand new. Previous owner told me that everything has been serviced. So
everything. It looks like it's got brand new brake pads as well.
Yeah, everything is new.
Your tires
are new.
They're Nitto, which are very good tires. Yeah. Wonderful tire. They came with good years, if I'm not mistaken, back at that age.
But I see.
Same thing here on the front right side of the vehicle. Brand new brake pads with drill rotors.
The brakes are excellent on this car. Really good. I see an oil leak.
Yeah, it's what they call sweating. It's probably a very small leak.
I don't see anything on the ground when the car is, parked overnight.
No, because it's probably so small.
Yeah.
I believe maybe it's leaking from the drain plug right here, and maybe from the oil pan gasket or the front crank seal. Nothing biggie, because I don't see any wetness on the frame itself at all. Okay, everything's been intact. You have your catalytic converters.
They're all original.
They're all original. Your starters, your original. It looks like an untouched vehicle, pretty much.
Look at the pinch welds. Nobody messed those up.
Yeah, not only that, but when they lift up the vehicle, they lift it up in the proper way, which is very uncommon. Every car I see of these eras, from one time to another, they've damaged the lifting points from using the wrong jack or the wrong places to lift it up. I like it. Let's keep going back. Here's our automatic transmission, and it's extremely dry. If you see a little bit of wetness, that's definitely coming from that drain plug, as we mentioned earlier. And here's your dual catalytic converters, dual exhaust system becoming into one. Again, factory.
Look at this, it's untouched.
All fiberglass. Corvettes have been made out of fiberglass since day one in 1953. Incredible. That was their
previous owners
idea.
Told me that if you change the mufflers, I can see the welds.
From here to the back, it looks like it's different. Here, this looks like the original.
Well, it's original mufflers. They're GM mufflers. If you look at them.
Okay, he replaced the mufflers. They might have been gone by from age. Yep, you're right. They're GM mufflers. I see a little bit of dryness right here on the sway bar link bushings in the rear. That's probably because they're the factory ones. I don't believe anybody has ever replaced the shocks. They still look like the original. But guess what? Again, we have drill rotors on the rear.
New brakes, yeah, all around.
So we got drill rotors in the rear, new brake pads on the rear as well. And we have Firestone tires in the rear. So two different names of tires. Obviously, we have two different sizes of tires. We've got the 285 4017s on the rear, which is a much wider tire for the rear.
Yeah.
So the wheels are actually even larger on the rear as the ones on the front. You cannot do any tire rotation on these cars. Yeah. They stay the way they are, and that's it until they're gone.
All right, so I
love it.
Yeah, it's nice and clean, and let's.
No rust whatsoever. I mean, I understand that it's a fiberglass car. Yeah. I understand you have aluminum, but whenever you have a car that's come from up north, there's so many items that are definitely prone to rust, like every one of these bolts, nuts, things like this. You'll see them like this right here. You see that? Yeah. If they were from up north, from any kind of snow, these things will be gone.
Yeah, all the brake lines are
exactly. All the brake lines will be corroded and so forth. So, I love it.
I mean, still look, still has the factory chuck markings. You know.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. I think this is a good example for going to be a classic.
Yeah.
You know, wonderful. Whoever wins this car,
the lucky guy.
Lucky guy or girl.
Yeah.
And I would suggest keep it the way it is.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, let's bring it down. Let's check the fans and let's check the codes.
You got it.
All right.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, the check engine light comes on after a long trip.
So we got a cigarette lighter here. Yeah. That's gonna power my computer so it won't die, and it is working. I'll place my very heavy and old snap-on equipment. Let's plug in the LED one. Yep, that's the baby. Woohoo!
Look how much stuff do you need to actually just read a code. That's conditioned on the fact that it actually stored it, you know?
Yeah, hopefully it stored
it.
So now we're going to click scanner. Hopefully I still have the program here for the 1990s. Sometimes they erase them, you know, when they do updates?
Yeah.
But if that is the case, I think we can read codes by punching a few.
You gotta jump some...
yes, yeah. Yes, or sometimes you jump them and then the light will blink.
You know, yeah.
So we do have battery here.
Okay.
Now, because this lights up. Corvette. 5.7 V8. And we have two engines in this year. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the fourth, no, the fifth, the 8th digit. The 8th digit gives me the engine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. It's a P. Did they have a CR1 on this year?
Yes,
that's why.
Yeah.
All right, so now we have communication. You see this little thing right here? It just goes back and forward. Engine. We gotta turn the key on. Automatic transmission.
Turn the AC off.
Okay, connect GM1 adapter. Location under the left side of the dash. Perfect. It's a very nice computer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just all
yeah.
Codes and data. You notice how little options I have.
Yeah,
here
well,
now,
there's nothing here, right?
Display codes. Please give me a code. Yes.
EGR.
EGR. There you go, my man.
That's it. What a shocker. It's the EGR.
It's the EGR valve, and the EGR valve on this car usually, well, here's my exhaust manifold, and these lines right here, they go to the EGR valve.
It's gonna be back there.
It's gonna be back here, right here, right here. There it is. That's my EGR valve right
Probably
there.
just needs a cleaning.
Yep, it's probably full of carbon.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and we also need to check the fans.
Okay, so now code's present. Let's go back. Functional tests. Okay. Key on. Engine off.
The fan came on.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That means they are working. See? And at full speed. Both of them.
I'm telling you, this is just the way they are. They run really hot.
They don't come on at all, right? When you're looking at the temperature going higher than the 220,
they come on at
do you even see them coming on at all? Or
they
not?
come on like past 230. Yeah. Which is like...
It's just the computer. The computer sending the signal.
Insanity, you know?
We'll have to ask the engineers at Chevrolet why they did that.
Well, they say it's for emissions.
Could be. They want the car to run really high. But that's really high.
Now, fellas, now that we have inspected the car, we ran the codes, the EGR valve. There's an issue with the EGR.
Definitely.
But if the car runs fine, it comes up like every now and then. You know, maybe I'll deal with it later, maybe not. We'll see how it goes.
It's a very common issue because the EGR valve is your exhaust recirculating valve. So it
of
probably
90s
gets
car,
carbon.
yeah.
It
needs to be cleaned up or something. It's not a big deal.